Good morning. How are you? I'm late. I know that. Went shopping, food shopping, so I waited till I came back. Don't worry, I'm just a little dry. That's why my voice is the way it is. I'm not sick or anything, so not to worry. So they just passed that bill through the Senate, the big, beautiful bill, with a lot of amendments to it. Now, I would make the House read that bill with all the amendments attached, and any time an amendment gets attached to it, they have to read where it's going and how it's going to affect. That's how they screw people. They did it with first time they did that was for me was with a cable bill in New Jersey that Senator Bill Bradley pushed through, and everybody said it's great. And then they had all these what they call amendments or riders attached to it, and the bill ended up costing us more money than before. So, that's that. But it went through, and if it passes by Friday, the democracy is done. We have to start. You really have to start looking at the midterms. Not that that's going to accomplish anything, because you're not going to be able to get rid of any of this stuff. Okay, so you're going to have different things come in to replace the bills the things that he's destroying. And an interesting thing, I think I said this yesterday, I'm not sure. If you go look at 1933, 32, whenever the Nazis came to power, they promised free speech, free elections, all that good stuff. And within a year and a half, it was all gone. It was a total dictatorship or totalitarian government, whatever you want to call it. And that was the end of that. We all know what happened after that. Here you have a group of people in the Republican Party, some of whom are very qualified, a lot of them that aren't qualified. You have 2 judges in the Supreme Court that are not qualified. You have a cabinet that cannot go to war, because the first thing they'll do is show their underpants as they run away. You have a president that thinks nuclear weapons are the answer to everything. Thinks he can buy everybody off. Well, there are a lot of people you can't buy off. And there are lots of parts of the country that I don't think I'd want him to go visit. He's already threatening. The Democrats are selecting a candidate that's a Muslim in New York. And Trump has already said no money for New York if he gets elected. You threaten people like that? This lady, I read an article the other day, there was a governor or somebody, don't know where or what, I don't remember those things, sorry. But they had a solution to Trump's denying money and everything to New York City. Stop tax payments. Use that money to pay New York, to fund New York City, the police department and everything else. Don't send it in. What's he going to do, send federal troops? Look, you want to fight in the streets of New York? You better be MS-13 or something, because you guys don't have a clue how to fight in the streets of New York. You go around a corner from an alleyway and you're in your $1 million brownstones and stuff like that, and you want to start shooting? Dude, let me tell you something. You're going to be in a world of shit. So that's a big thing there. But that's one of the solutions people came up with. Some of these young people that surprise me, and they're all happy about what's going on and whatnot, and these big tax breaks and whatnot. And what I know about Trump is that within a year, he's going to be the hated. If he's not the most hated man on the planet now, he will be the most hated man on the planet. He will get nothing done anywhere. All right? Because once this is signed, this bill goes through, he's just going to go play golf. He doesn't care anymore. He's screwed everybody he can possibly screw. He's doing this to get even with people. You know that, right? He's just a very vengeful prick. And I believe in karma. Okay? I've experienced good karma, bad karma. I've experienced it. And it's like the Bible has one of the commandments is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Well, it's karma. Okay, it's the same thing. Call it what you want to call it. All right, what goes around comes around. Donald is destined to have some serious problems in his life, his family. Not just him, because his whole family sucks. And so does the Republican Party right now. So they're going to have a lot of problems. The next thing you have to watch out for, though, and I'm serious about this, is he going to allow the midterms to take place? Because if he does, the Republican Party's in a world of shit. If he doesn't, I'd say there's a good chance there's a tremendous rise in violence, almost to the point of civil war, if not civil war. A lot of civil disobedience, I will say that. But the only way you can get even with Trump is through money. So if you bankrupt his Bitcoin company and you boycott his hotels and whatnot, then, although most people I know can't afford to go to his hotels anyhow, but boycott him, and if this guy becomes mayor of New York City, go after his businesses in New York City, legally, nastily though, and hurt him financially, personally. All right, you can't hurt him financially, politically, because then you're hurting the government. But you can. His money's going to dry. His contributions are going to dry up pretty soon. He's going to lose $280 million worth of contributions if Musk keeps going his way. Now Musk is talking about a third party. I've thought about that for a long time. Third party, you know. I couldn't be a member of Musk's third party, so I consider myself to be independent. I don't support either party financially, and because I just don't think they're honest. I don't think politicians are honest. If Musk wants to start a third party, you guarantee you that party's going to give breaks to his industry, to his companies, and make buying not electric vehicles, but the self-driving cars and all that. What he's going to do is going to raise the unemployment rate to a non-sustainable figure, which is going to start to show up probably. What's month? This is July. Probably in September, unemployment's going to start to go way up because there's not going to be part-time jobs, because there's not going to be money to buy stuff. So the extra help that's usually needed in the holiday season, I don't think is going to be needed. But that's another thing we have to wait and see. The economy is going to be the issue that kills Trump, because he doesn't understand it. Because Donald Trump has never worked a day in his life. Donald Trump has never had to stand in line for anything. Donald Trump has never had to worry about his health insurance, his rent, or anything else in his life, okay? He was one of these kids that was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he's trying to make it gold. Wow. If somebody comes up with the idea, can actually turn lead into gold, Donald Trump's going to just go buy every piece of lead you can possibly get your hands on. He'll melt bullets down to make money. You won't be able to get a bullet, but you'll be able to get There'll be gold all over the place. All right, listen, I have to go eat lunch and everything now. I know that's why I'm late. I'm sorry about that. So this is going to be the end of the short one. Yourselves a favor, keep an eye on that bill this week as it goes to the House of Representatives. Those people there, if you're going to stop Trump, the House of Representatives has to have balls. And I don't think they do. Okay, they're just going to give in, and we're all going to get screwed. And then, when people are dying in the streets from hunger and the revolution starts, then you can just look over your shoulder, look at Donald Trump and say, "You motherfucker." All right, that's it for me today. Please subscribe to the channel, or like it at least, and I will see you tomorrow morning.